Howard Phillips Lovecraft's attempted journey betwixt Providence and Fall River on the N.Y.N.H and H.R.R. Long, long ago, in prehistoric times, began the subject of these ill-formed rhymes, when some crazed mind, which engines did disdain, conceived a plan for an electric train, which like a streetcar should by trolley run. But hark, my reader, for my tale's begun. After the usual delay of years, fraught with vain hopes and melancholy fears, which ever doth improvidence attend, all plans which seek to alter or amend, we see the old N.Y.N.H and H bring this idea within its grasping reach, and seek to banish smoke and sable soot by using lightning on the Bristol route. No more the trains shall enter Fox Point Station. The crowded streets shall be the destination of these new cars by Osgood Bradley built, with motors new and fresh in paint and gilt. One winter's morn, when all mankind did shiver, I took a train directed toward Fall River. Well up in front a seat by chance I chose, then settled down prepared for calm repose. That noble string of freshly painted coaches, the foot of College Hill with speed approaches, when all at once I am wakened with surprise. From off the track my cumbrous chariot flies, and giving forth a longing, hungry roar, attacks the front of Leonard's grocery store. With thunderous crash, the portal is destroyed, but all the strength of trainmen is employed to set on rails the now dethroned car, which soon is done with a jack and iron bar. Again we're off and headed down South Main. Our speed increases and our spirits gang, when suddenly a junction meets our view, and each car seeks its own way to pursue. The motor car inclines toward Wickenden. The humble trailer seeks South Main, and then upon its side the rearmost partner slips. The motor car in dizzy fashion tips. At last the overturned trailer's left behind, whilst in its mate are all its load confined. A smart conductor, clad in uniform, seeks fares from those who have survived the storm. Quoth one old man, "Take what ye will from me, but in my damaged suit I'll take from thee." Now the train essays the hill to climb. The motors groan and swiftly flies the time. At Brook Street switch, the two trucks disagree. The front goes on, the rear aims differently. And though the Fall River is the promised shore, this stubborn truck seeks Brook Street to explore. By firm yet gentle care we're set aright, and once more to try to wing our upward flight. Just at the summit, as we're slipping back, we're towed to safety by a one-horse hack. Soon on an ancient bridge our course is laid. This bridge was in the Middle Ages made. Beneath our weight it gives uncanny groans. We groan no less from jarred and aching bones, dry land attained, we turn a sharp-laid curve, with little hope our safety to preserve. The monstrous car our bodies threats to mangle. For this strange curve resembles a right angle, and now the railway track is in our sight. But adverse fortune once more stays our flight. For if the railway's wires we would use, another trolley wheel our crew must choose. And here the Union Railway Company, in favor of New Haven men, must flee. After a long and enervating wait, we start once more, and only 6 hours late. The railway track in comfort and with speed receives the wheels of our electric steed. At Riverside the loafers ope their eyes. At Crescent Park the vulgar rabble cries. The Drownville rustics in confusion gape. Nor can we N.Y.N.H's wandering gaze escape. But as we near the streets of Barrington, our coach grows cold and starts to slowing down. Soon it is stilled, and after one brief hour, we're told that Warren's ceased to give us power. Frigid we rest till later in the day. A locomotive bears us on our way. We soon reach Warren, but are stalled again by some mishap to a far distant train, which lies inert on single track ahead, with crippled motors and the wires dead. But now a ray of hope pervades my mind. I leave the car, and in the twilight find a willing yokel with an ox-drawn cart, who, when with most of my spare change I part, consents to take me where I wish to go, if I demur not at his progress slow. At dawn we cross Slade's Ferry, and my guide bids me farewell, and gins his homeward ride. Worn and fatigued, I seek a good hotel, wherein I rest my body for a spell. Next day by boat, safe homeward I returned, and as I 'gan these lines, by chance I learned that my staunch train, which I at Warren left, was now no more of all its power bereft. For though at first for old Fall River bound, an ancient farmer heard the raucous sound of its triumphant, all-rejoicing whistle, safe home at last the car had entered Bristol. And journeying is certainly a way to admit that you never, or to experience the fact that you're never fully in control.